Good morning, boys and girls. We are on to chapter 3 of fourth grade rats, where we left off last. Joey, Sudsy's friend, is really pushing him that he needs to become a rat, but he's liking being a third grade angel. So you started seeing what we call a conflict or problem developing, right? All right, so just try to think of the different evidence that shows that Suds is kind of conflicted here of whether he should be third grade angel or fourth grade rat. So, all right, here we go. Chapter 3, number 1. So we got Sudsy here. He's getting a little bit ready. He's starting to maybe switch to being a rat. Let's see how it goes. All right, our schoolyard has 2 tire swings. The tires hang on ropes from a bar. You just plunk your rear end on his tire and swing, or just sit if you want. The tires hang almost to the ground. That's so the littlest kids in the school can climb onto them. And that's the situation me and Joey walk into after school. We're going to a powwow at the tire swings, but 2 little kids were already there. They looked like first graders. Guess we'll have to find another place, I said to Joey. Guess they'll have to find another place, Joey said. He lifted one of the first graders out of the tire and plunked him on the ground and sat in the tire himself. The first grader's face got red and his ears got red. "You rat!" he yelled. "Ah!" Joey nodded and smirked. "You got that right, kid." All eyes swung to me. Would I do the same as Joey? The kid on the other tire looked feistier than her pal. From the look in her eyes, you might have thought she was a 10-foot cat. And I was a mouse. Nobody got a chance to see what I would do because suddenly the kid bolted, tore out of there, and left the tire swaying on the rope. I realized she must have looked feisty, but she was scared. The other kid took off too, but not before he yelled, "Rat!" and spit at me. Missed by a mile. First graders are really not good spitters, by the way. "Sit down," said Joey. I sat on the tire. "I don't feel right about I said. "About what, man?" "About kicking those little kids out. I kept seeing the girl's eyes as she ran. It was the first time anyone had ever been afraid of me, ever. I couldn't figure out how I felt about it." "Suds," Joey said. "Remember a couple summers ago? 4th of July at the park?" "Yeah, what about it?" I said. "Remember the talent show?" "Yeah." "The bench incident?" "Huh?" Joey got off his tire. He stood in front of me, the bench we were sitting on to watch the talent show that we didn't sit on for very long. Do you remember? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It was coming back to me. Some kids kicked us off it. 4th graders, he said. They dumped us right off. They lifted one end of the bench real high, so you and me slid to the ground. I laughed, picturing Joey and me zooming down the bench like it was a sliding board. "Man, I forgot all about that." "Well, I didn't," said Joey. He wasn't laughing. "So," I said, "now that I'm a 4th grade rat, I'm supposed to go around dumping little kids off benches? Is that it?" "No. There's way more to that than that," he said. I started swinging. "I'm all ears." Joey got back on the tire. He matched his swinging to mine. "Suds," he said, "you're in 4th grade now. That makes you a rat. Stop fighting it. It's nature's way." "I can fight it if I want." "Yeah, how?" I thought for a minute. "I'll do rotten in school. I'll do so rotten they'll have to flunk me back to 3rd grade." "Forget it, dude. You can't go backwards. Time just marches on, dude." I liked being an angel, though. Joey stopped his swing. He reached over and stopped me. "Suds, you ant brain. Angels finish last. What did you ever get out of it, huh? Did everybody ever say, "Oh, thank you, Suds. You're so nice. You're such an angel"? Huh? Anybody ever say that? Not exactly, I had to admit. Your mother ever say, "Oh, Suds, you're an angel. You don't have to clean your room anymore"? Guess not. Are you allowed to stay up late? No. Are you allowed to go anywhere you want by yourself? No. Are you allowed to say no to your mom? Of course not. No. He poked my tire. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. I'm glad you know what you're talking about, I said, because I sure don't. I'm talking about growing up, he said. I'm talking about not being an angel baby anymore. I'm talking about taking care of numero uno, number one, for a change. I felt stupid. But I had to ask, who's this number one? He pointed, you're number one. For you, I'm number one for me. Number one. That kind of sounded good. Maybe there was something to all this rat business after all. But what about crying? I said. Why can't I cry or be scared of spiders? He got off his tire. He faced me. He was dead serious because real men don't cry. What's men got to do with it? Before you said it's rats that don't cry. That's right, he said. That's the whole point. Being a rat is the next step up to being a man. You want to be a man, don't you? Sure, I said. I guess so. Well, he said, you can't be a man without being a rat first. He poked me in the chest. That's what fourth grade is all about. Except for us. The schoolyard was empty. Parents were calling their kids into dinner. We headed home. As I walked up the driveway to my house, Joey said, "See you, rat." "See ya," I said. Before I even reached the door, I rushed back. He grabbed my arm. "Don't forget," he whispered. "Say no to your mom." And on that note, we are done with chapter 3. I'm going to have a little response page on these first 3 chapters. So just be on the lookout for it on Google Classroom. And we're going to be on to chapter 4 tomorrow called Zipper Nose and Bubba. All right. And on that note, have a wonderful day, boys and girls.